on this earth is Trump will get his way. Teflon Don is going to get his way. And guess what's going to happen? The interest rate is going to go down. Based on my experience, not that I'm a financial expert, don't take my advice, this is for only entertainment purposes only. But based on my experience in life, the interest rate got to come down. And when interest rates drop, guess what? The demand goes up. Values go up. So this question came from my boy B Rich, man. Shout out to you, B Rich. Great question. I couldn't do it in a comment, so I'm doing it in the video, all right? If you own a bunch of acreage, I would say make sure that you do not finance your land, the total amount of your land, for the building of your structure, whatever it may be. Find out what's needed as a down payment or collateral based on your credit. Find out how much money do you need. Take an assessment of your property. The cost, fam, too. Understand that even though you may have done your research, but understand you got a surveying cost, you got land clearing costs, you have a lot of additional costs that's there. So make sure you weigh your options. For example, if you own 5 acres, and if all you need to do is have 1 acre for the value of 1 acre for your structure as a down payment, use that as collateral, right? If you need 3 acres and you own 10 acres, if you need 5 acres and you own 20 acres, you know what I'm saying? Only take those 5 or 3 or 4 acres, right, as collateral. Do not tie up all of your land, and be strategic about how you do it. So there's going to have to be surveys need to be done. There's going to have to be someone need to come out and assess your land, and they're going to have to determine the value of the land. Once you do that, be strategic. Think about if, for whatever reason, we know that things happen and life be happening. Do not isolate your land where you can't get access to your land. For example, if I have a square piece of property, square, and if I put the 3 acres in the front half of my property with no accessibility to the back end, then guess what that does? That isolate, and the land that I actually own because I paid for it cash, it becomes landlocked. You have no easement, no nothing. So be strategic. If you're placing a house here in the square, house here, maybe you want to isolate these 3 acres and leave your easement here so you can get to your land, and the back half can be your land. Why I'm saying this is because it's so important. We don't know what the economy is going to do. We're watching all kinds of crazy stuff happening. The administration is going to battle with the feds and the Federal Reserve saying, hey, I'm holding on to the interest rate. But one thing I'm going to tell y'all, fam, based on my experience, not that I'm a financial expert, don't take my advice, this is for only entertainment purposes only. But based on my experience in life, the interest rate got to come down eventually. And what I've seen in the amount of time I've been on this earth is Trump will get his way. Teflon Don is going to get his way. And guess what's going to happen? The interest rate is going to go down. If you buy and secure and finance, if I had to do it, I would do it right now. I don't care what the interest rate is right now, as long as I can afford it. I would take my budget, I would take a look at my budget, and if I can get a place outside of the city and I can get it built, I have it already laid out, within the next 6 to 12 months, interest rate will drop. And when interest rates drop, guess what? The demand goes up. Values go up. So imagine if I took 3 acres here, built me a structure, financed that structure, have a house, beautiful home here. Sure that when you build, that you build a structure, especially if it's a house, a living structure, build it not just to your liking, but build it for something that you can truly sell if your career, your finances, because Social Security is not stable, retirement not stable, investments are not stable. If you start to see your finances become constrained, you can easily sell it, but not sell it to average people. The interest rate may be high right now, but the interest rate over the next 6 to 12 months will go down. I can refinance, get in that, lock in that low interest rate, and then I got equity. I can take the equity and the low interest rate, and I can invest in some other property or some other amenities. But now this is the case. Make money work for you. It does not make no sense to take money out of something and don't allow it to work for you. That's something that I learned. So whatever equity, if you do decide to take out of it, I would invest in something that provides you some source of income. I wouldn't take it to build a pool or do this or do that, unless you're going to Airbnb it or unless you're going to rent it out. Because one thing about it, what I have noticed over a period of time, even in civil unrest, all these other crazy things, we're looking at depression, we're looking at a lot of different things. '08, we're looking at 2020, people with money spend it. And when the interest rates are low, they spend it more confidently. A lot of the people that has money, they're going to really unleash when the interest rate go down. So right now, if I had to say, I'm going to take some land, I'm going to use it as collateral, and I'm going to build a structure, right now I would move on it. The only reason why I would do that, because when interest rate go down low, guess what? Construction demand goes up. Construction prices goes up, right? Because the interest rates are low and you got more buyers in the market. Now the timeline goes through the roof. Now by the time you get everything completed and get it done, after you got off the waiting list, your price is higher, and guess what? The interest rate is going to go back up, the demand is going to go down, and you stuck with paying high prices. Versus if you do it now, you may pay high on this end as far as financing, but in 6 to 12 months, I could be wrong, I could be dead ass wrong, but I believe that interest rate is going down. They're going to need people to buy. People not going to be motivated. They're going to need people to get back into the economy. All of this stuff is strategy. It's a theatrical play. If you get emotional, you lose money consistently. If you watch cycles and you watch the process, all of this stuff is trying to get people all riled up, get people all whatever. But the end of the day is you can't keep holding interest rate like it is. What me personally, I see the Feds are just trying to like slow down inflation as much as possible. We don't like it. They playing these roles to keep our mind that they're slowing down the economy. They need to slow down the economy in order for the value to continue to go up. So once you slow down the economy, you get people not confident in buying, interest rates go down, then people jump into the pool, they want to finance, they want to get everything together, then guess what happens? Values, home prices go up, because now people who have been sitting down and waiting for the interest rate to go down, they're ready to now sell and buy. So I don't know, I could be wrong, but I believe that if I had some land and if I was serious about getting outside of town, I was serious about buying some property, and I was serious about building, using my land and collateral, I probably would do it right now or within the next few months, right? I would probably do it right now. But now, if you're a person where you don't want no debt, because a lot of my viewers say, I don't want no debt, I'm not talking to you. If you're a person who says, I'm not confident in my job, I'm not talking to you. If you're a person who says, my career is kind of shady, my income is kind of shady, I'm not talking to you. But if you're a person who has established source of income, it could be retirement, it could be something consistent where you feel like you've invested and you get a consistent amount of money, or you got enough cash in your vault to pay it off if anything goes awry, I'm talking to you, right? So I don't know what category you fit in, but if you fit in a category where you bought your land cash, you know there's equity in your land, you know that you got multiple acreage, and you can just partial off or just divide some of your acreage based on, let me say this, every county has its own restrictions. There's some counties that won't, you buy 10 acres, they won't allow you but put one house on that 10 acres. You can't subdivide it. There's some counties that says one house per acre. There's some counties that say half or a quarter of an acre per house. Find out the rules, do your research. This is nothing that you just flip the light on. It's just a quick and easy. Every time somebody tell you something is quick and easy without no research, don't believe them. And don't believe me. Do your research. Please do your research. Make sure you look at every single thing. Look at the survey, because you're going to have to split up your land based on what I'm talking about. You're going to have to subdivide it. Can you subdivide it? Is it allowed? Feel about land. Now, there's something that you can't calculate financially, which is peace of mind and peace. I'm out here by myself other than Shaka, right? And nature. You cannot quantify what this means out here in this beautiful abundance of life, right? So there's value added there too. But going back to the financials, if you buy now, if you use your land as collateral, now one thing I will say, a caveat is I would not, if I, like me, I got 20 acres, I would not put down my 20 acres as collateral on a piece of land. If all I need is 1 acre or 2 or 3 acres to put down as collateral, I would get a surveyor, I would subdivide it. Are you looking at this as an investment property? Is your property zone where it can be a investment property? Find and do your research and get some professionals to help you along the way, because nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. Unless somebody just rained down a bunch of money on you, I would just say, take your time, go through the process over these next 90 days. I think things are going to slowly change. You're going to slowly see it. They're going to slowly drive down within the next 6 months going into 2027, 2026, 2027. I think interest rate will be down. I think the demand will go up, which means your property value will go up. And if you're looking at this is something I can flip or this is something I can do, have you an 18-month plan, be able to maintain it within 18 months, and you will win. If it's something you're doing long term, I would say, look, go ahead and get everything done now while the demand is low, while the interest rate is high, because the money is there. These banks got the money. They're just waiting for the interest rate to go down so they can just unleash the floodgate. And then when that happens, the demand will go up. You getting services, you getting actual real estate, it's going to be challenging. Don't get caught up in that mix. Go ahead and make your move now. Good credit, refinance, get that low interest rate, lock it in. If you got equity, which you probably will have, go ahead and get the equity out, maybe invest in some other property. Or if it's in your property, invest into the infrastructure where you might be doing tours, you might be doing Airbnb, you might be doing rental getaways, whatever you need to do. Make sure that if you pull out equity out of your home or out of your property, let that either give you value or provide you a resource as far as an income. If it's just having amenities that you want, I wouldn't advise that, because same thing that goes up is going to come down. You got a window, and if you're saying this is my forever home, I get it. You work every day, you work hard, and if you want to invest in that, that's fine. But just understand, you may invest too much into your property if you're not ready to sell. So just keep these things in mind. I hope this video is helpful. If it is helpful, give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content, please leave me a comment. And if you got more questions, or if you'd like for me to go a little bit deeper into some things, come on, y'all, leave me a comment. The algorithm right now is not friendly on my channel, full transparency. I can barely get views and get it pushed out. So y'all share it, y'all like it, and show me some love, and tell somebody else about the channel. And if you're not subscribed and you've been watching, why are you holding back? Come on, get on where you can log on and subscribe so you can get more updates. Y'all be well and be blessed. And don't forget, whatever you do, no matter what nobody tells you, make sure that you keep on growing. Grow. Till next time, y'all. Stay well, stay blessed.